Um, I was going to. I know you're going to talk about individuals all the time, but I mean, Diogo. I wanted to just mention him. I mean, he always delivers, doesn't he? I mean, he's delivered so well since he joined the club, and I just wonder if you just speak about his performance today and just overall contribution, his importance, really, which showed today again.
I did not say from the beginning, but I think you spoke about Diogo, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, good subject to talk about. Yeah, Diogo, exceptional player, exceptional boy. Was for us 2 years ago. 2 years ago? 1.5? I don't know. Maybe 1.5 years ago. Yeah. So perfect signing because he has everything what a Liverpool player in this squad needs. He has the technical skills. He has the physical skills, and he's very smart and can learn all the tactical stuff pretty quick. On top of that, he can play all three positions. If he would be in a 4-2-3-1, we could play him the 10. So it's very helpful, has the speed, has the desire to finish situations off, and really good. So I think his goal scoring record is pretty impressive, if I'm right. Unfortunately, he had a big injury last year, and that is never helpful. But he's back, thank God, and fits really well in this team, and I'm really happy for him. Actually, today I thought they could have made a slightly better decision before he then scored. Maybe he was smart enough to wait for the next ball that he can finish it off easier. But I thought we should have scored with the situation before already. But all good, and Diogo is a good player.
I mean, I was just going to say that it takes this kind of special character to have come to Liverpool when you saw what Mo, Bobby Firmino and Sadio have done, and feel as though you can, not only be an understudy, he's more than that. I mean, I think it takes a certain character to do that.
Yeah, but it's the right decision, because when we like hypothetically talk to a player and he said, "Yeah, where will I play?" You decide about that with your performance. By the way, it's not written in stone that we always start with the same lineup, but that all other players are really good in our squad as well. That should be not a surprise. But in the end, it's about making 30, 35 really good games instead of getting somehow through a season and playing 50 games. So it's completely normal that you have to get rested and all these kind of things. And for these moments, you need more than 11 players in a squad. Definitely, I know that. And you need more than 3 strikers, even when you play with 3 strikers. And that's what we have, thank God. And he was smart enough to see that. And that's why he made the move. And that's why he can contribute so well.
Thank you. Graham Bailey is next. We haven't got a video, but it doesn't matter if you want to turn your mute off, Graham, and ask the question, and then we'll go to Paul unless we've got other hands. Graham Bailey doesn't appear to has asked to join the panel, but no question, Graham. Okay, just give us a second. Oh yes, go on, Graham, fire away.
Hi, Jurgen. Obviously, we're coming closer to January now, when you will be unfortunately losing Sadio Mane and Mo Salah. Have you had any confirmation yet of whether the players will be available for the Chelsea game in early January?
Not really. It's early for that. We're still talking.
But you're hoping that you may get an agreement for that?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, James Pearce, and then Paul to finish. James.
Hi, Jurgen. That's 39 Premier League goals for Liverpool already this season in 13 games, the most Liverpool have ever scored at this stage of the top flight season. That fluency must absolutely delight you. And where do you think that? What is the main difference? Is it just the fact you've got key personnel back this season compared to last season, that you've rediscovered that fluency of the title-winning season?
I think it's not so easy to talk about football games when you lose them like we did last year too often in a specific period of the season. But I knew what we are lacking. We were lacking stability. We didn't have stability, not because we had no centre halves for a while and had to find solutions for that. The problem was that we were like in an early stage, we were like shocked that we cannot play the football anymore we wanted to play, because we didn't have the stability and which we have now, obviously, with that everybody knows exactly what he has to do. When you put the midfielders back in the last line, then you put midfielders in the line who usually don't play there or are protected by either Hendo or up, and now they play double six and these kind of things. So that's a problem, and all of a sudden you lose your rhythm, and that's what happened to us last year. We had to find solutions. Thank God we found the solution early enough to qualify for the Champions League. And this year we had a preseason, which was a proper preseason, which was incredibly helpful, and especially up front with Sadio and Mo. They had the longest preseason, I'm pretty sure they had for ages, and that was helpful. So we could really work on a lot of things and found the stability back. Talking about stability, I was not happy with the chances we conceded today, to be honest. Because I have no problem that Ali has to make saves in a football game, but these saves were too spectacular. The 1-1 against a goalie should not happen twice in a game, for sure not. So we have to really work on that. We have to be as stable, serious, ruthless defensively as somehow possible. That gives us then the platform to play football, and then we can create and then we can score. It will not be forever like this, that we score 2 goals per game, but it happened so far, and so good. But if we win a game 1-0, I'm happy as well.
Final question in the presser, Paul Joyce.
Yeah, again, I know you're always confident that when the players were back that you would do well again as a team, win matches again. How much credit do the players deserve, though, for being on this run? Because we shouldn't take them for granted, really. They're playing sort of, quality football every game at the moment.
Yeah. So we look for that. It is about that. It's my job is to set a team up. My job is to make a lineup, to organize training sessions, to help them creating an atmosphere in the team. But then on the pitch, the boys have to helpful if they follow the tips or advice or hints we give them. But they have to do it themselves. That's how it is. And the things what happened to this team in the last few years, they were special, and it's mostly because of the outstanding mindset and mentality of the boys. They push each other, which is absolutely helpful. And I see it actually that way. I'm not surprised, and I don't think now we deserve too much credit for trying to play the best football possible every 3 days, because I think that should be possible 3 times a week. But I don't take it for granted as well. So we have nothing else to do during these 95 minutes. So let's play as good as somehow possible. That's the way we see it. And sometimes it works out and sometimes not. It's only 3 games ago that we lost at West Ham, and it was all of a sudden we didn't only lose at West Ham. We drew 2 games before, if I'm right. So what?
Certainly the Brighton.
Yeah, we drew games before. So all of a sudden we were in a bad moment. Now we look like we're in a better moment. The season is too long to think about these kind of things. We are able to play good football, so we have to force ourselves to do it always.
Do you ever look at last season as a lost season because the team were together? Do you ever
I learned a lot. So it's like that. I made mistakes. So it's easy for me to look back and think that was wrong. But in the moment when we made decisions, when we put the midfielders back, and then played without protection in midfield, last line deeper, not really compact, a lot of moments. So maybe we should have just played Reece and Nate earlier, completely together, and trust the boys more. In that moment, I thought they were not ready. Later on, they were ready. Now they could both play. Again, no problem, really, no doubt about that. But that would have given us a bit more stability in other areas. And so we how I said, we lose center halves. It's like breaking a leg. But if you put the center halves then if you put the midfielders then in the last line and open up other gaps, then you break your spine. I mean, all of a sudden you cannot walk anymore. And that's exactly like it was for us last year. And again, I learned it was not a lost season. I learned more than in other seasons. But it was a difficult season, and finishing that season on the 3rd position is absolutely an exceptional achievement, to be honest. I said it a couple of times. It was outstanding. But we don't think too much about that anymore. We are this season. It's difficult enough. We won a game in a very good manner. Nothing else happened, really.
Thanks, everybody. Safe journeys home. Everything considered. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Stay safe. Speak to you during the week. Bye-bye.